Welcome to the Life's Best Medicine podcast, where we are finding hope and healing one episode at a time. No appointment needed, no rubber gloves, and no coping. Just a healthy dose of life lessons to help equip you for this wild journey we call life. Hey everyone, this is a friendly reminder that we are here for entertainment purposes only. We may not even be that entertaining at times, but this is not medical advice. Talk to your doctor, check with your healthcare professionals before making any lifestyle changes or medicine changes. What we're talking about is our clinical experience and what we've seen. And so if you really want our advice, you can consult us. You can actually consult me as a doctor, or you can consult my guest and get all your questions answered. But we can't give free medical advice because we can't pay our bills with that, but we can help to educate you a bit and allow you to think a little bit. And always reach out to your medical professional before making any lifestyle changes. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to the Life's Best Medicine podcast. It's 2024. First of all, I want to thank everyone for listening, for supporting this podcast, for just the positive reinforcement we've had on our guests, and hopefully you're learning a lot and maybe thinking a lot more. And so I just want to do a quick intro to some of the upcoming episodes, and really I wanted to thank my sponsors. We have the same sponsors again this year. Health Code, gethealth.com is GETHLTH.com. They now have a plant-based option so that we can help our patients who have either ethical or religious reasons or health reasons for remaining plant-based. And they've been working on that for a long time. So the biggest problem has been that it's hard to get a protein source from plants that is well absorbed, and they figured it out. They have a fermented product that seems to be great and people love it. So if you're going that way this year in 2024, I would highly recommend that. They do have the same vanilla and then chocolate macadamia flavor, and they have their regular formula too. It's great if there's an emergency, and also right now a lot of us are in emergency mode, trying to get back into shape after the holidays with friends and family and all that. So Health Code. And then also, of course, Keto Mojo, keto-mojo.com. You can check your glucose level and ketone levels if you're trying to maintain nutritional ketosis. You could try out Health Code and see if it is keeping in ketosis, and keep them honest also. But Keto Mojo, they've been great. They're doing a lot of great stuff for the community. So please support them again in 2024. I know that they're doing great, and they're growing, and they're helping a lot of people, and they're doing a lot of volunteer work around the nation. So great people. So I highly recommend them both. And I'm greatly appreciative of all of them for supporting this podcast and bringing these stories to all of us. 2024, we've been through some challenging times over the last 3 or 4 years. A lot of us have had to question what we truly believe. We've had our foundations shaken. I know I've become a lot more cynical about medicine and science over the last few years, and I think it's a good thing. I think we're learning a lot, and we're learning how to stand up for what we believe. And hopefully this podcast helps with that. We have some great guests coming up. Georgia Ede is coming up very soon, and we're going to discuss mental illness and nutrition, and we're going to talk about perseverance. We have some great guests that have come through tragedies in life, because, in reflecting at the beginning of the year, some of us, we may want to learn a new language. We may want to, look into a new job. We may want to get into better shape. We may want to just be nicer people or impact our community more than we have in the past. So it's always exciting to have a new start in 2024 now, and seeing, what kind of good things we can do. I think a lot of us have been beaten down, worried, stressed, and, just having some health issues or whatever it may be. And hopefully this podcast helps to give you some hope when everything seems hopeless. It may help you, just get through those hard times, or getting a bad diagnosis this year, or whatever it may be. I'm hoping that these stories will help that person who needs it, or hopefully many people who need it. So I am excited. Some of the stories that are coming up, it is just incredible. What people have overcome, and gone on to help a lot of other people. So if that's you and you're struggling and trying to figure out your place, don't give up hope. Just keep taking one step forward. Educating yourself. Working out a little bit more this year. Getting the nutrition right, picking up some health code if you need to, whatever it is. And I think just kind of reflecting on what matters in life. Yeah, I think during the holidays, a lot of us, go through struggles, or we have really close families. Some people are really sad and lonely, and I've seen both sides this year. And it really made me reflect on my family and my commitments to friends and just trying to bring healing to the world. So hopefully, again, these stories will help inspire someone or help you maybe that next person who comes on and tells your story and inspires others. And I'm amazed by how many people think that no one will be interested in their story, and those people seem to have the most impact. So hopefully we'll have some more of those coming up in the near future. I know two of them offhand are just unbelievably great stories. And I was just reflecting on all the great people we've had, huge names on, Jason Fung and Ben Bickman, of course, and Professor Noakes, Tro. We're going to drag Tro and his wife on, and that's going to be a lot of fun, and my wife too. But I'm going to have editing license on that one for sure before you listen to it. But it will be a lot of fun. And so we have a lot of great people coming up. Heroes of mine that I'm really excited to have on. So hopefully those will be some great episodes for you. But I think more importantly, hopefully we can bring some inspiration, some hope, some courage for people. And I've had some great interviews recently that people just really changed what they were doing. They took a chance. They realized that things were so bad where they were that they had to make a chance and take that leap of faith, or just that leap of, I need to get out of this situation. So I hope these stories will bring us some peace and some maybe some bravery or whatever you have to do to change your status in life. And I think a lot of us are, we're so eager to complain and blame others or blame ourselves or blame our childhood for our shortcomings in life. And sometimes we just have to take responsibility and say, okay, I'm worth it. Maybe if you're not perfect where you are right now, just saying, okay, I want to make myself a little bit better. At least that's how I feel about things. Maybe, be a better example, or get to the gym a little bit more this year, or whatever it may be. But I think all of us want to have a positive impact. So some of these stories are really going to be inspiring. And again, just thinking about going through those hard times, I hope that these stories help you when you're struggling. It's just a matter of time till we go through these life struggles and challenges, and we need some hope. We need some inspiration. We need some faith, maybe, or just relying on the kindness of others. So hopefully we can be more kind to everyone around us this year, maybe a little bit more patient, maybe a little less annoyed by people who need extra grace, whatever that may be. Maybe growing closer to God this year. Maybe it's just stretching yourself, taking that mission trip you've always wanted to go on, or, help people down the street, or, bring in the groceries for your neighbor, mow someone's lawn, whatever it might be. It's exciting. It's exciting that we have a clean slate again for 2024. And, I'm excited. I'm now starting Arizona Metabolic Health. I'm going to give a couple of talks here locally. And, I'm just really having a blast doing that and helping people. So if you're interested in getting your metabolic health or get some labs checked and you're in Arizona, I'm glad to help. I have a good team here, and we're going to be building something special. And I still have my San Diego practice, and we're, all guns forward. I've got a great addition that many of you know from the podcast, Leah. She's doing some great work, and really, we're going to have her back on to talk about hormones this time and educate us all on testosterone and estrogen and all that. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of what's coming, and I'm telling you, we have some great ones coming up, and I'm excited. I'm very blessed to be able to share these stories and people of great knowledge, but more importantly, people who have life experiences. And so many of them, my guests, they think they're not qualified, and then once you hear them talk, you realize they get life, and they've made life changes, and they've made themselves better, they've made themselves stronger, or educated themselves in areas that they didn't know, and have gone through hardships and used that hardship to help others. So when you're going through the fire, that's what builds character. They always say that there's no great general who hasn't been in a war. And so some of us are going through a war, or we've been through the war. And I think that just makes us better, on this side of it. And we can smile and see each other's faces again, and help our neighbor do whatever we're called to do. So sometimes it's just being quiet and listening, and being at peace. Some of us need to slow down this year, maybe a little bit, and smell the roses, and not try to get that new car or fancy house or whatever it may be. Some of us may have big life changes and kids and all these other things that make life worth living. So hopefully this podcast and episodes coming up will help you figure out what life's best medicine is for you. The thing I've loved is when I have guests back on, their life's best medicine may change from episode to episode, or life challenges and chapters of life. And so, I think we change our priorities, and we start really evaluating what really matters. And I think that would be my challenge to you, whatever it may be that you're missing in life, or whatever you think, where you feel challenged, or something that's always been that struggle that's you've never been able to overcome. Hopefully my prayer for you is that this year it is, and if not, I got Ken Berry coming on in a couple of weeks, and we're going to talk a lot about what he's doing, and he's been making some great videos, and there's so many good people out there and so many great resources. So I think I would say educate yourself this year, read some new books, look at some of the literature out there, go out to plays, or go to sporting events if you've never done that. Whatever you are interested in, just kind of take that step, and put out the effort. And I just hope that you have a great year this year. And I thank you for listening to this podcast. And I hope that we can just bring a lot of hope and comfort and knowledge to you this year. So thanks for listening. I promised I would keep it short. So here we go. And be kind to yourself, be kind to others. And here's to 2024. And don't forget that the holidays are coming up in 12 months again. So less than 12 months. So start preparing now, because every year we always say, oh my goodness, I didn't know this was coming up. So best of luck to you with your New Year's resolutions, or your changes that you want to make. And thank you again for listening. Thank you for listening to this episode. We greatly appreciate your support. We would greatly appreciate a positive thumbs up on all of the platforms like iTunes and Spotify, or wherever you're listening. And we just thank you for our Patreon supporters. We greatly appreciate your help in getting this message out. We think there's a lot of important information, and hopefully this helps you. Have a great day, and thank you for listening, and thank you for your support.